So it's really we are all in the same fucking bucket. And if you look at it from a far point view, my nigga, you will see that we all fucking crabs. And we're all fucking pulling on each other to get to the motherfucking top. Sometimes I sit back and think like, damn. But I feel like I'm starting to feel like how Tank feel.
What you mean by that?
He's at the top, and he been at the top for years, my nigga. For years. Like, he been doing this shit, ain't nothing new to him, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been getting that real cake, and he been the man. He been that.
He's been at the top, and he's been the man. He's been at the top of what? He's not the top-earning boxer in the sport. Nor has he ever been.
He's not.
He doesn't sell the most pay-per-views in this country. You can see that.
The median number for a Gervonta Davis pay-per-view is in the neighborhood of 200,000 buys. Little over, little under, but right around there. Whereas the median number for a Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view is in the neighborhood of 400,000, 2 times as much. Why Keyshawn chooses not to acknowledge that?
Race.
These obtuse perspectives from Keyshawn are motivated by race. What little him and Gervonta might have in common is enough that he gives him amnesty and looks at him through rose-tinted lenses. If you're telling yourself that Gervonta's been at the top,
he's not the top-earning boxer in the sport, and he doesn't even crack the top 5 top-earning boxers in the sport.
Literally doesn't. There are 5 or 6 other guys out there that generate more money and make more money per fight than Gervonta.
So he is not at the top of that list, and he is hardly the most accomplished fighter in the sport. He's not at the top of that list either.
The accomplished guys are Canelo or Crawford or Inoue, Usyk.
Not Gervonta.
You know, I like Keyshawn Davis as a fighter, but I don't agree with his perspectives. I don't like them. And this sounds too much like homage, too much like tribute to me.
You're not supposed to be paying him tribute. You're supposed to be paying him a visit. You're supposed to want to knock him off his soapbox.
It sounds more like you'd just rather give him his flowers and give him a pass for not fighting you. And other fighters like you.
You know, so a lot of us fighters just been like, oh, y'all, he ain't do this. Oh, y'all, he ain't do this. Oh, he ain't move right there. Like, just pointing the finger at how the fuck he want to motherfucking move. But at the end of the day, we not in that position, so we can't talk about how this motherfucker is moving. And at the end of the day, he's the one that's keeping this shit alive after the Floyd generation, after that Floyd shit. He's the one that's keeping all these casual fans from my culture in the sport.
The casual fans of your culture don't buy anything.
And I don't give a shit how that sounds.
They don't buy anything. And that's why his pay-per-views, the majority of them, all hover at around 200,000 buys. Little over, little under, which is nothing to write home about. Because if it were, well then Showtime would still be in boxing.
If Gervonta were as successful as people like Keyshawn make him out to be,
he would be on the Forbes list. Like Floyd used to be on the Forbes list for being the top-earning boxer in the sport. Gervonta is not. Showtime would still be in boxing. But according to the people that run Showtime, they left boxing because their boxing content was underperforming.
That's Gervonta's fights, ain't it?
But you keep talking about this guy like he's Springsteen or something.
But niggas is not saying that, though. You know what I'm saying? I had to just think about myself like, damn, why the fuck would he want to fight me anyways? Like, why?
It's not your job. It's not your job to rationalize why Gervonta shouldn't fight you. Your job is to put the pressure on him.
And it sounds like you don't want to because he's the same race as you? Well, forgive me for not giving a shit.
Pardon my tits, but by this logic, we never would have got fights like Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas, or Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. They shouldn't have wanted to fight Mike. They should have been groveling at his feet for all the money that he made.
Like what you're doing with Gervonta.
So let me see if I understand this. You don't really want to fight Shakur Stevenson because he's your old buddy, and you're not really after Gervonta
because of some culture bullshit.
just like you said, punching down. Nigga, when it comes to him, he punching down on everybody, gang.
Right. He the top of the food chain, but
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, I just had to get mature in this sport too, just looking at niggas that's already that's at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's at the top, the Canelos, the Terrence Crawfords, the New Ages, and the fucking Gervonta Davis, right? The big four, the real four kings.
Yeah, swap out Gervonta Davis for Alexander Usyk, the two-time undisputed champion who made a hell of a lot more money in his last 2 fights than Gervonta made in his.
Who do you think made more? Usyk fighting Fury 2 times, or Gervonta fighting Lamont Roach? Gervonta fighting Frank Martin.
The way these people lie to themselves, it's insane.
Everybody else under him is fucking crabs, gang. Until we get to that point. What are you talking about?
that's a good. What do you think made you get to that realization? Is it like now that you champion?
Sounds like what Keyshawn was trying to say is that the guys coming up behind Gervonta are in no position to criticize him, which would make a bit of sense if this weren't the Hurt business. You say he's the man. Well, that's more reason to fight him, because when Oscar De La Hoya was the man, everybody wanted to fight him. And then Floyd became the man, and everybody wanted to fight him. Canelo becomes the man after Floyd, everybody wanted to fight him, and everybody still wants to fight him. So why is Gervonta Davis supposed to get amnesty?
I wouldn't even say he's the man. Maybe he's the top earning boxer at lightweight, in the lightweight division. That area. That is his area.
And he earns the most out of all those little guys. And if that elicits respect from you, then that's the wrong response. That's the wrong way to look at it. Because if he's the guy at the top of the mountain, you've got to knock him off.
And if he doesn't want to give you a chance to knock him off, then you're supposed to shame him for it.
But you'd rather give him his flowers. Well, okay, have it your way. In what is this declining American boxing market where Americans are just not all that interested in boxing, not like how they used to be, do what you want. It's your career.
Just goes back to what I keep saying in video after video. The American populace has less and less reasons to be interested in the American boxer. American boxing.
So right, because some other guys from some other country are willing to fight each other without all these strings attached, without all this bullshit.
Whether they fly the same flag or not.
Same race or not, same this, same that, whatever. Some other guys from some other place are gonna do the job that so many American fighters don't want to do. So it's not the end of the world.
When the Americans don't fight.
Speaking of Americans not fighting, Timothy Bradley recently talked about Teofimo's decision to forego a Devin Haney fight. Talked about that in my previous video.
He thinks this is a power play for Teofimo to get at more money. That's what Tim thinks. But what Bill Haney thinks, what Bill Haney said is, Tim Bozo Bradley said he wants to come out of retirement to get his ass whipped by Devin Haney at 147. Is he serious? Or trying to become the oldest clout-chasing duck in boxing history?
Where I disagree with Bill is that Timothy is pursuing clout from Devin. Devin doesn't have any clout. Devin is a laughingstock, and he has been for well over a year now.
That's irrespective of all this Teofimo Lopez stuff. Implying that Tim Bradley is clout-chasing Devin Haney implies that Devin has clout.
Fake it till you make it. That's the kind of guy Bill is. Bill has to have seen what people were saying after Devin took that beating at the hands of Ryan Garcia, and well after that, he has to have seen the reactions to Devin's fight with Jose Ramirez. So what about that gives you the impression that your son has any clout that someone would chase him for it?
Stop it.
All Tim is saying is he thinks that Teofimo's holding out for more money. That's Tim's rationale. Now, the official word from Teofimo's manager, Keith Connolly, is, unfortunately, Teo won't be fighting in August for personal reasons that I will keep confidential. We want to thank His Excellency for the opportunity and everything he's done for Teo. We planned on fighting, but with what was going on, he wanted to make sure he was 100% right mentally and physically, and August was just too quick of a turnaround. I expect Teo to be back later this year, bigger and better than ever.
So we can add that to the itemized list of reasons why Teo didn't take the fight. According to some people, it's because they didn't offer him enough money. According to Teo's manager, it's due to mental health reasons, too quick a turnaround.
Now, according to veteran strength and conditioning coach Angel Heredia, it's not due to any of that. It's because Teo's on PEDs. That's what Angel's saying. Angel Heredia said drug testing scares many and unfortunately delays fights. Devin requested deep drug testing. Was this the real cause? To which a Twitter user that goes by the name Porter Rock said, isn't Teofimo enrolled in 24/7 VADA testing? I think him and Haney are the only two fighters on that testing. To which Angel Heredia responded, Devin, yes. Teo, no.
So, I mean, that's an angle I haven't heard before, that Teo could be doping. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me because I think everybody's doping.
I've never heard anybody accuse Teofimo of using banned substances. That's the very first time I've seen someone make that suggestion. But it's not far-fetched who it's coming from. Angel Heredia has the same history with banned substances that Victor Conti has. Angel used to be a dope dealer himself, and he might still be. I don't put it past him.
I don't put nothing past nobody, which also means Teo could very well be doping. Angel wouldn't have said this for no reason. In his purview, perhaps the real reason Teo didn't take the fight is might get caught microdosing.
It's another way to look at it. But the disrespectful stuff from Teofimo to Turkey, calling him a dictator, where does that fit into the picture? Where does that come into the equation? Was that Teofimo deliberately trying to sabotage the Haney fight? I just don't know.
Being honest with you, I don't care either. Because it all means the same thing. Devin and Teo are not fighting.
Now, you can spend as much time on the why as you want to, but the end result is two more Americans that are not fighting each other in what are their prime years, within proximity of each other, and all the money is there. There's plenty of money for everybody, and still
they're not fighting.
So who really cares? The only relevance of the why is if you're interested in playing the blame game, which I'm not.
While I do blame Teofimo Lopez, I am not so interested in either his career or Devin's that I'm up in arms about this. You don't want to fight? Don't fight. Don't do nothing.
Who really cares? Because like I just said in my previous segment, some other guys from some other place are gonna fight each other without all these strings attached that I don't need to lose any sleep over used to. You don't want to fight? Don't fight. Don't do nothing. Who even cares?
Just in keeping with the theme of good-for-nothing American fighters, Oscar De La Hoya said he being Ryan Garcia, he's gonna take a look at his shoulder now. I actually would like Ryan to think about taking the whole year off.
Fuck it, take it off.
He only fought once last year, and he only fought once this one. That if he takes the rest of it off, is this guy even gonna want to come back? Is he really gonna want to box on a schedule like that? It's easy for your desire to dissipate.
I never thought Ryan Garcia had the gumption to really make it at the highest levels of professional boxing, and I still don't. On a schedule like this, I think that's confirmation of that.
Ryan Garcia says, I'm ready for whatever comes my way. Oh, we'll beat Haney.
He's still riding that scooter. This is the what have you done for me lately sport, and all you've done lately is lose a lopsided decision to Rolly Romero, effectively taking the air out of the tires of a Devin Haney rematch. Nobody wants to see it. I mean, I don't want to see it. Do you guys?
American boxers really ain't what they used to be. Keyshawn Davis is too busy giving Gervonta Davis his flowers to really put the pressure on him. Teofimo, for whatever reason, he's not going to fight Devin.
Not in August anyway, and Ryan may not fight again this year. Guess they gotta go look at his shoulder.
So go look at it.
Whatever, man.
Whatever the fuck ever.
Men's welterweight news, Manny Pacquiao's latest comeback driven by history and adding to his legacy.
Sure it is. That's why he's fighting Mario Barrios instead of Jaron Ennis.
I returned because I miss boxing, Pacquiao told PBC host Ray Flores during an LA press conference to formally announce his challenge of WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Especially this situation, being interviewed, press conferences, the training camp, everything like that. I miss that. I rested my body for 4 years. I've been in boxing for 30, so it was good to rest my body. Now I'm back. I'm excited to give the fans a good fight. Barrios versus Pacquiao will headline a July 19 pay-per-view.
Blah, blah, blah. Bling, 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 blah.
He's fighting Barrios, come on. So weakest link at 147. Everybody knows it. Everybody would pick Boots to beat Barrios, Brian Norman to beat Barrios. They might pick Conor Benn to beat Barrios.
I know that Barrios trains hard, he has to defend his belt, and I am his challenger, said Pacquiao. Also, the only fighter in history to hold a major title in 4 separate decades. I have to go the extra mile to punish myself. In order to win this fight, Pacquiao will fight at MGM Grand for the 16th time in his career. He is 10-4-1 at the venue that helped thrust him into notoriety with the U.S. audience, beginning with his June 2021 upset knockout win.
Yeah, that's gotta be a typo because he didn't fight Ledwaba in 2021.
The short notice assignment marked the start of Pacquiao's journey that led to his becoming the second biggest star of his generation and arguably the greatest Asian fighter of all time. Still, there remains just enough of an itch that he can only scratch, with at least one more climb through the ropes. It means a lot to me in my boxing career, breaking my own record, noted Pacquiao. My goal is to leave a legacy for my boxing fans, a legacy that I can leave to the younger generation, training to be a champion. And it all sounds good, and I'm sure that to some extent, Manny does have an itch that he needs to scratch. Having dedicated so much of his life to the sport of boxing, it's hard not to do it anymore. But I don't think that's the main driver for this comeback. That's not the sole motivation. It's money! It's always money.
Always.
Manny is trying to scrape up a few dollars, beating the most beatable champion at the weight right now, behind the guise of making history.
It's more about making money than making history. It's not a bad card, though. It's not a bad bill. Angel Fierro will be facing Isaac Cruz for the second time. Their initial meeting was a fun fight, action-packed. I liked it, and I liked the rematch. I like the co-main event. I like Zoo versus Fundora too. I am also looking forward to that.
The main event may turn out to be competitive, albeit for the wrong reasons, because it's either Manny Pacquiao is so old he can't make it past Mario Barrios, or Mario is so shit he can't beat a 46-year-old Manny.
It's either Manny is shot or Mario is shit.
Neither would surprise me, but I am going to buy it. I am going to purchase the pay-per-view. It's all these romantic notions.
I'm doing it for the fans. For the legacy.
You're going for the low-hanging fruit the way anybody else would in this situation. The difference is, Mario is more receptive to a fight with a 46-year-old than he is to a fight with somebody his own age, the champions at his own weight. It's very obvious how and why all of this came together. Are you gonna buy it?
I do wonder what this is gonna do commercially, because the name of Manny Pacquiao does not command the same size audience that it used to, and why would it? It's been about 3 or 4 years since he fought, and when he fought, he lost.
And in that fight that he lost, well, he didn't sell very much. What was it, 225, 250,000 buys? Do you think this fight is gonna do that? Manny isn't what he used to be in terms of drawing power, and Mario was never really a draw. He was just an opponent.
He's still an opponent. He's just an opponent with a belt now.
At approximately $80 a pop, what do you guys think this is gonna do commercially? 150, 200,000, more than 200,000? What do you think this is gonna bring in at the box office?